in my time, the Japanese yen was several hundred to $1, and they built an export economy. And as they were, because their exchange rate was the way it was, their exports were considered cheaper abroad, and they continued to grow their export portfolio. And then, of course, their exchange rate was getting stronger and stronger. When the yen crossed 200, I still remember very clearly, became 198. There was almost a morning in Japan that the exchange rate was getting too strong. It would negatively affect their export. So the real issue here is that we are not producing, we are not exporting, and so we are hit very badly by the fact that we are so import dependent, and the prices of those imports are going to go crazy, especially now that we are even so dependent on importation of food. We should have been going for a clear national security thing with food security. We need it. We're vulnerable because we're importing everything.
Welcome back. That was Professor Pat Utomin bearing his mind on the state of the Naira. Actually, I talked about so many other issues. What will be your reactions to you?
I said it all. If you have a nation where we depend more on imports, you can only grow the economy by encouraging or decreasing the consumption. How do I mean? If you have a scenario where you consume more, your consumption must be low for you to have savings. And if your savings is a function of your investment, what I make and others make will now come macro, will form the investment in the nation. Now, if you have a scenario where we depend solely on importation, the government needs to encourage production so that we can have export. Just imagine now the government is still encouraging that we still have to import rice. When the last administration encouraged that there should be ban on rice. You see, and that is why policy constitutes your importation. And listening to what is happening in Nigeria, if I'm an American person, and I look at how the kidnapping and others, the Boko Haram and the rest, do you think I want to come to this country? Do you think I want to take a risk and invest? Everybody is conscious of his investment. So the government, the primary purpose of governance is that you must provide security for the citizenry. And if you can't provide that, then you don't have business. Are we saying that we want to encourage the Naira to grow if you still have insecurity? You can't have investment. Marginal propensity to consume.
Also, we also suggest that the income liquidity in the economy can also cause inflation.
No, you see, the salary earners are suffering. Present bag of rice, and today that bought just see what you have collected. So if you have increased the petrol and you have given the state, where is the rice? Did you collect rice? Were you giving the rice?
I'm a civil servant, so I will not be attentive to one.
For that, majorly we depend on crude. Let the federal government go and encourage and increase the production quota so that we can also discuss, have the negotiation.
Well, as we speak now, we are almost producing.
For Buhari, almost 8 years, the local production was enough. It was enough. In fact,